live stream has started. Thank you. I would like to welcome everyone to today's meeting. If the fire alarm sounds, please leave the building by the nearest exit and proceed to the assembly area in the car park, which is behind us. Please note that the council is webcasting this meeting live on the internet and making an official recording. The recording forms part of the public record of the meeting and will be available on the council's website. Please choose your words carefully. May have a global reach. Can members please ensure mobile phones are turned off and that background noise is kept to a minimum? To help everyone hear clearly, members are asked to remain seated and to speak clearly. Throughout this meeting, well, what do you like to be called?
Senior Solicitor for Governance.
Senior Solicitor for Governance will keep a list of members intending to speak during the debates. I should also remind everyone that filming, photography and recording of this meeting is permitted, provided that it does not disrupt the business of the meeting. If there are any members of the public, I don't think I see any here at the moment, who do not wish to be filmed or photographed, and you have not already informed a member of staff, please raise your hand now so that any such photographer or cameraman may be aware. Contributions to the meeting will be timed in accordance with the time limits for debates. When your time is up, I will ask you to finish the sentence you are on and stop speaking. As this is a quorum-only meeting, we have a number of members who are participating remotely. Members in remote attendance at the meeting will need to raise their virtual hand in Zoom to indicate they intend to speak. I will take all speakers in order of hands being raised. Please now check that those members in attendance remotely are able to see and hear the meeting. Councillor Howells, can you see and hear me?
Yes, sorry, I was just unmuting. Yes, thank you, Chairman. I can see and hear you.
Thank you. Councillor Crockett.
Yes, thank you, Chairman. Hear and see you.
Thank you very much. Councillor Stark, can you see and hear me?
Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, I can hear and see you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Councillor Bilderson, can you see and hear me?
Yes, good afternoon, Chair. I can hear and see you.
Thank you very much indeed. Excellent. Apologies for absence, the first item on the agenda. I can confirm that this is a quorate meeting and 15 members are present. Apologies have been received from all members not in attendance physically or remotely and will be recorded in full in the minutes of the meeting. And the next item is to receive any declarations of interest by members in respect of item on this agenda. Members who have declared an interest and withdrawn from the meeting will be readmitted once the item has been concluded. Do any members have any interest to declare?
Could we have some advice from the solicitor? The fact that group members are here, or Councillor Jones, that doesn't bar us from speaking and participating. Thank you. Thank you.
No, it doesn't.
Thank you. Item 3, questions from members of the public. There have been no questions submitted under this item. Item 4, questions from members of the council. There have been no questions submitted under this item. Item 5, council membership. For council to consider granting a dispensation via the council's monitoring officer pursuant to section 85 of the Local Government Act 1972 to Councillor Graham Jones, whose compassionate leave of absence will exceed 6 months on the 17th of May. And the recommendation is that council approve a period of absence from meetings by Councillor Graham Jones pursuant to section 85 of the Local Government Act, and B, that the monitoring officer is authorised to extend Councillor Graham Jones's current period of absence by 1 month to 18th of June 2022. And I would like to propose this from the chair. So I propose those recommendations. And can I have a seconder? Councillor Harrington.
Sorry,
That's
thank
right.
you, Graham.
Thank you. Thank you also, Councillor Dakin. Would you like to speak now or at the end of the debate?
I'll speak at the end of the debate.
Thank you. So your right is reserved. And now, do we have any speakers on this item? I see no speakers and no hands are raised. Yes, Councillor Hitchens.
Yes, can I just say that if I was in the same position as Councillor Jones, I would like to be treated in this particular way. And so I would commend this resolution to the council. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I think compassion is very important in this case. Councillor Matthews?
Yeah, I would just like to say a few words, Chairman. Councillor Jones is currently in Canada, spends a little bit of time with his twin brother. As you all know, he lost his wife at quite a young age, and he lost his mother just a few months after that, another member of the family. So he had a pretty traumatic time. And I understand that under our constitutional arrangements, you know, the 6 months issue. So I'd be grateful if you would approve the recommendation today, because I'm sure if any of us colleagues would have the understanding and care to do likewise, remember, regardless of what group or whatever the situation was. So I ask for your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Matthews. Councillor Shaw?
Thank you, Chair. We're aware of the circumstances in respect of this request for dispensation. And I assume that all members have sympathy for Councillor Jones, and this particular request, I think, should be put to the vote forthwith.
Thank you. Do we have any other speakers who wish to speak? Councillor Harrington, as seconder, will you speak now?
I don't need to speak, do I, necessarily? No.
Just to confirm, just to support the recommendation?
Yes, I confirm that I support the recommendation. Graham is a very, very diligent councillor, and it would be a shame to lose a man. Obviously, we have to show the compassion that he deserves.
Thank you very much, Councillor Harrington. And no amendments have been received?
Thank you, Chairman. No amendments have been received.
Thank you. And now we move to the vote. I will call the vote, and members are asked to clearly raise their hand to indicate if they are for, against, or abstain on the recommendations. All in favour? Any against? Any abstentions? Would you agree that that was a unanimous vote? That is carried. Recommendations are carried unanimously. Thank you. Closing remarks. I would like to thank members of the public and councillors for their attendance at today's meeting. The next scheduled meeting of the council is the annual meeting at 10:30 a.m. on Friday, the 20th of May. And the time is now, I think, 2:10, and the meeting is now closed.